Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to XFW here at Blood Sword 6 streaming. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the likes and the shares. The folks already lighting up our chat room, folks. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to get right down to ringside and kick off XFW Ground Zero right now. Ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you for tuning in tonight to XFW Ground Zero, kicking things off with the man known as Liger. Rick Fletcher, thank you for sharing. Owen Bushy, Marshall, Foskett, Cornelius Hubbard, everyone in our chat room, thank you for joining us tonight. Welcome, everybody, to XFW Ground Zero. We are live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. Owen Bushy, thank you for sharing.
The following contest
Octavius Boozer is in the house. Thank you, Octavius, for tuning in as well.
Making his way to the ring from Yamaguchi, Japan, weighing in at 220 pounds, Liger.
The man formerly a member of the Thunderbolts community. One of the 3 members. Not too long ago, dispatching his partners, his companions, taking out both Saturn and an XFW Matt Mania, defeating Thunderbolt Alpha. Wade Jaworski, thank you for liking the stream. It has been an odd turn of events for the man known as Liger. Owen Bushy, thank you for sending stars our way. And Miss Kitty Lane, thanks you, Giselle Cornelius. Peace and love out to you, sir. I hope you and your family are well. Thank you for tuning in to XFW Ground Zero. Liger, again, one of the former Thunderbolts here, turning his back on his friends after Thunderbolt Alpha went ahead and freed them all of the clutches of the Dr. Yamamoto. And now out on his own, Mary Barrett has joined us. Thank you, Mary, for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend, Damian Marco. This guy is out of his absolute board.
His opponent from New York, weighing in at 220 pounds, the legend,
Nick Clark, thank you for sharing. Damian Marco, the legend as he calls himself. One of the enigmas of XFW. The man says he's a former rock legend, but much like Center Stage folks, I've never seen or heard much of his music. He says he's really big in Japan. I don't know how that is. But Damian Marco is absolutely a fantastic in-ring performer. As much as he's eccentric and looks like an extra from the movie The Warrior back in the 70s. The man can hold his own inside the square circle, but tonight he goes one-on-one with Liger, who's had a bit of a mean streak lately. People in the audience asking if the Purple Haze is on the card tonight. Rick the Dragon Fletcher is not on the card tonight. He will be, however, on XFW Late Night tomorrow evening. He is booked to go one-on-one with Hiro Katsuyori. Right hand now by Liger. Both men already on the outside of the ring. And a big backdrop suplex on the apron, the hardest part of the ring. And Marco now sent in the announcer's table. Or the merchandising table, I should say. Back inside the ring as Bob gets the count going. Liger has been on a hot streak as of late, ever since turning his back on the Thunderbolts group. He seemed to have been full of just a lot of anger and hatred towards everything that is Yamamoto, even though he's still stuck with the attachments, the enhancements Yamamoto himself made while he was still tied to XFW. Yamamoto Industries now run by Terry Yamamoto, Yamamoto's grandson. still provides us with the Yamamoto Bluetooth devices that give you guys the inside scoop on the wrestlers, their damage levels, their trauma levels, their adrenaline levels, and more at the bottom of your screen. Both men now back inside. Liger with a beautiful drop kick squarely on the chin of Damian Marco. Irish whip now. Liger with the drop down. Ooh, what a kick! Right to the jaw again of Damian Marco. Liger using that martial arts expertise that we've seen him use in the past so effectively. Damian Marco with a kick out, but Liger again keeping the pressure on. Marco with a nice carry. Fireman's carry takedown. Marco now trying to build some momentum here. Getting back on the offense. Snapmare by Damian Marco. Marco, since coming to XFW, has done a number of high-profile victories under his belt as he drops Liger down face first into the canvas and gives the audience a little bit of rock and roll shake and bake. Damian Marco now biting the face of Liger. Marco now taking all avenues to try to get a victory over Liger, who has been dominating in in-ring competition the past few weeks. We saw at XFW Mat Mania, Liger versus Thunderbolt Alpha. Alpha was starting to get a victory over, but Liger using some sort of electronical interference, if that's what I want to say, if that's the proper terminology here, to affect the implants on Alpha and get the victories. These two now dancing in the corner back and forth until Marco lands with a kick to the face and follows up with a jumping neckbreaker. Damian Marco now back in the right seat, up and down. Sit down Uranagi takes Liger down to the canvas. We've got a cover. And Damian Marco pulls off the victory over Liger. Wow. You can consider that an upset. Liger dominated a good portion of this match. But Marco pulling out the stops right at the end gets the victory in a surprising fashion.
Here is your winner, the legend, Damian Marco.
What a shot by Damian Marco to get the victory. Damian Marco victorious tonight on XFW Ground Zero. What an upset win for Damian Marco, folks, to knock off Liger, as Liger has been so effective in the past few weeks. But Damian Marco pulling out the victory. Just as I got done saying that Damian Marco has had a number of high-profile victories, pulling out the stops right there, I can guarantee you Liger was already looking past Damian Marco, not considering him much of an opponent, and was subject and underestimated, folks. And that's part of the issues. When you do this, when you underestimate your opponent, folks, a lot can go wrong. And Liger has been so sidetracked as of late, watching over his shoulder, looking for the other Thunderbolts. I can almost imagine being inside that mechanically enhanced head and looking at Damian Marco and saying, this is not going to be a problem. Damian Marco is always a problem, folks. We've seen this guy go head-to-head with some of XFW's biggest competitors and get pinfall victories. Marco is no one to look past. Marco is no one to underestimate. And a lot of folks do that. They look at his in-ring appearance and think the guy's a joke. Damian Marco is a phenomenal in-ring competitor. And Liger, I'm sure right now in the locker room, is losing his mind, both physically and mechanically, over that pinfall loss. Now, folks, up next, we've got a high-profile match as two of XFW's luchadors go head-to-head. Jesus Silva going up against the macabre man known as Grim Loco. Now, Jesus Silva coming off a phenomenal one in XF Saturday Night where he pinned Brian Blaze. Now, Blaze, as of late, has been having an on-again, off-again feud with Pedro Ortiz Jr. Pedro Ortiz Jr. got a pinfall or a cage match win over Brian Blaze at XFW Mat Mania. And then Brian Blaze turned his attention to El Yanator, XFW's janitor and Pedro Ortiz's junior friend. But Jesus Silva took a match against Brian Blaze on Saturday night and got a victory, and that leads to this match tonight with Hiroka Series, or with Grim Loco. I'm sorry, I'm still thinking about tomorrow night's card on late night. Folks, let's head down to the ringside. One-on-one competition continues next. XFW Ground Zero. And here comes Jesus Silva. Cornelius, that was just Loco versus
Making
Lucha.
his way to the ring from Juarez, Chihuahua, Mexico. Weighing in at 209 pounds, Jesus Silva.
Jesus Silva, the youngest competitor here in XFW. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, holy shit. Brian Blaze. Brian Blaze. Brian Blaze is coming out to the ring. Brian Blaze is out there. I don't think Jesus Silva realizes it yet. Brian Blaze inside the ring. Oh, Blaze dumps him over the top. Blaze dumps him over the top. Blaze now attacking Jesus Silva. Silva fighting back now. Silva with a kick to the midsection and a slap. Brian Blaze lost to Jesus Silva last week. And now Blaze seems to be hell-bent on attacking all the luchadors here at XFW. Into the barricade now. Silva now sent reeling across, crashing to the outside. This is supposed to be a match with Grim Loco. Brian Blaze now getting in the ring. I don't know why. Silva sending him back inside. These two had a heated battle this past week on XFW Saturday Night Showdown. And now Blaze interjecting himself into this. Silva with a fireman's carry. Silva now not even getting his entrance gear off, now wrenching on the head of Brian Blaze. I don't think this is a match. I don't even know what the hell just happened here. Brian Blaze attacking Jesus Silva. Silva getting the better of him. Brian Blaze just attacking people left and right here in XFW, folks. We know Brian Blaze is easily the most hated man in all of professional wrestling. And now, again, Brian Blaze attacking Jesus Silva. This is after whoa, that is too loud. He has gone after a number of Pedro Ortiz Jr. We've seen him now attack and brutally beat El Yanitor. El Yanitor will be out for a number of weeks after Brian Blaze in a hardcore match beat the ever-loving crap out of him and then attacked him backstage later on in the evening. Brian Blaze seems hell-bent on attacking our luchadors here in XFW for whatever reason. Quite frankly, I think it's just another ploy to get under the skin of Pedro Ortiz Jr. as the two have continued to battle back and forth over the last few months. And I'm sure Brian Blaze is still not happy about losing that cage match at Mat Mania, one of our biggest events to date here in XFW Bloodsword 6 streaming. But again, Brian Blaze looking to get himself back into the title hunt here, but seems to be sidetracked by whatever animosity he holds for Pedro Ortiz Jr. and the rest of the luchadors right now in XFW. Now, while we're talking about the XFW World Heavyweight Champion, folks, the Destroyer, now a 5-time XFW World Heavyweight Champion, went one-on-one with Ramon Cruz on XFW Saturday Night Showdown. Now, the Destroyer has got himself a very, very heavy workload. He's been wrestling back-to-back matches, winning the championship, then defending the championship less than 7 days after recovering it, winning it, defeating Easy Money, and then defending it against Antonio Carino. And then the very next night, going one-on-one with Ramon Cruz. A lot of folks feel that the Destroyer is spreading himself too thin. A lot of folks are now starting to say the Destroyer's age may be catching up with him. The Destroyer has been in XFW for a long time. He is an original. He has been around the world and been in professional wrestling for 20 to 30 years plus. But he's still in phenomenal ring shape. He still dominates his opponent. But sometimes, folks, the better man prevails, and Ramon Cruz is now the official #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship that holds by the Destroyer. And now Ramon Cruz has said he does not want the Destroyer to defend the championship against Cruz until Cruz has his opportunity. And for understand, the championship committee is going to give Ramon Cruz that opportunity. And the Destroyer is not allowed to put the championship on the line, which we know, folks, has the Destroyer up in arms. He wants to defend it each and every week. He loves to be a fighting champion. But now he cannot defend it until XFW's next pay-per-view, Lockdown, where from what I understand, they may go one-on-one in a cage match, which is Ramon Cruz's signature match. Right now, we're going to head down ringside for tag team action coming your way next on XFW Ground Zero. Tag team action coming your way next, folks. Again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to XFW tonight, no matter what platform you are watching us on. Whether it's YouTube, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Twitch, thank you guys for that. And ladies and gentlemen, here come the Anarchists.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 526 pounds, the Anarchists!
Angus Hayes and Crom Ferguson making their way out to ringside. These two have no love lost for anyone here in XFW. But tonight they go head-to-head with a high-flying tag team, ladies and gentlemen. High voltage.
Weight of 424 pounds. High voltage.
Billy Miles and Terry Sabin making their entrance into the arena. These two outstanding high flyers had a phenomenal rivalry with the current XFW Tag Team Champions, Hazard Warning. But tonight go head to head with the two psychopaths across the ring that you see before you. Ladies and gentlemen, there's the ring, and here we go. We're off and running, and Terry Sabin already coming out the gate with a kick to the face of Angus Hayes. High Voltage looking to continue their dominance in tag team competition here at XFW. Hayes and Ferguson have been splitting their time between singles matches and tag team competition, so they have not really ranked high on the tag team division, the ranking system. Sabin and Billy Miles are almost exclusively. Oh! Springboard cutter delivered by Terry Sabin. Angus Hayes absolutely dominated in that opportunity. Into the corner we go now. Tag in comes Billy Miles. Double team maneuver coming up. Double super kicks connect right under the chin of Angus Hayes, who is, ooh, counter there by Hayes. I was going to say, Hayes has not had much opportunity in this match for offense yet. Into the corner now. Angus Hayes with a tag in comes Big Crom Ferguson. Ferguson now on the middle rope, crashing down on the arm. Ferguson has been doing very well for himself in singles competition as of late. We've got a cover already by Ferguson. Barely a 2 count. Miles gets the shoulder up. Miles back to his feet. Both members of High Voltage giving up a severe size and strength advantage to Ferguson. You just see him shrug off the punches there by Billy Miles, and now crunching back on the jaw and twisting the neck of Billy Miles. Ferguson, so big, so powerful. A lot of folks figured he's going to shoot himself right to a championship opportunity in the near future, but doesn't seem to have the discipline to maintain that in the ring. Many times, he went for a cover there on Billy Miles, but many times he doesn't go for the cover. He looked, oh, nice hurricanrana by Billy Miles, taking the big man off his feet. Ferguson seems too often too preoccupied with hurting his opponent instead of covering him, and it seems to backfire on them a number of times. Oh, goes for the kick, but misses. Billy Miles misjudging that jump, and Ferguson now capitalizing. Big time powerbomb connects. Billy Miles now crawling, trying to get back to his partner. Angus Hayes going to cut him off. Hayes now, snapmare brings him over. Full head of steam, coming, and a knee right to the middle of the spine. Billy Miles now in trouble. Miles back to his feet, again the hurricanrana. The explosive offense of Billy Miles coming out of nowhere. Up on the shoulders now by Miles. Drops him down face first onto the canvas. Tag in comes Terry Sabin. Sabin, the fresh man, been waiting on the apron. Oh, Angus Hayes saw it coming. as he tries to go for a bomb and missed. And now Ferguson comes in, he catches a suicide kick right to the side of the face from Terry Sabin. Ferguson again shrugging away, using that power. Big time sidewalk slam now by Ferguson. Ferguson now dragging his body, going for a cover again. Ferguson may be doing some work backstage and learning a little bit more, going for covers more often than he used to. Big right hand there by Terry Sabin. Sabin sends the big man to the outside. Sabin looks like he's lining up the shot. Is he going? He's thinking about it. He's going to go for it, folks. Through the ropes. Phenomenal suicide dive by Terry Sabin. Ferguson overpowering, shoving Sabin back inside now. Bob, a little slow count there by Bob. Ferguson again with the onslaught. Sabin with a nice counter, catches him off guard. Into a cutter. Did you see the height that Terry Sabin had with that cutter? But Ferguson kicks out instantly. Not even a one count on Big Crom Ferguson. Sabin now, Meteor driving the knees down. Sabin putting together a nice string of offense here on the top rope. Sabin. Phoenix splash. Big time impact. We've got a cover. But again, only a one count. Only a one count on the big man Ferguson. Roll through by Sabin. Into a bicycle kick over the top of the head. But Ferguson again moving, not staying down. Diving tag, in comes Angus Hayes. Hayes now the fresh man. But Sabin continuing the onslaught. Lands with a lariat right off the bat. Irish over to the turnbuckle. Tag, in comes Billy Miles. We've seen this before, folks. Roll through. Big time splash. They're not done yet. Moonsault connects. High voltage. Big time offense. Ferguson back to his feet. Hayes is being covered. Oh, Hayes gets the shoulder up. Mere seconds, milliseconds before Bob's hand comes down with that clothesline. Angus Hayes now in a world of trouble. Ferguson can only watch on as his, oh, what a super kick. Big right hand. Sabin knocks him off the apron. Sabin's got him up on the shoulders. Oh, beautiful impact there. Bob out of position. We've got to cover again. Almost again, but somehow Angus Hayes deep digging down, gets the shoulder up. Hayes is a survivor. He says he'll be left in the world with only him and the cockroaches after the apocalypse. And folks, I kind of believe it. German suplex now, cross-armed by Billy Miles. Counter again by Angus Hayes, up over the top rope, and he hangs on. Ooh, big right hand sends Miles crashing to the outside. Hayes now giving a little taunt to the audience, and now putting the boots to Billy Miles. And now choking him on the outside. Come on, Bob. Blatant chokehold. Bob just continues the count. Miles throws him back inside the ring. Miles with the springboard, comes down the splash right across the top of the back. Hayes now in an absolute trouble. Into the corner again. Turn around by Angus Hayes. Blind tag made by Terry Sabin. Sabin his partner. In he comes, elbow delivered. Irish whip, and again a super kick delivered by Terry Sabin from Ferguson. Salivating at the mouth, looking to get back inside the ring. Ferguson now back in control, tossing him again, but high voltage, continuing the onslaught. Thank you for liking the stream. Angus Hayes with a phenomenal counter. Sabin goes crashing down to the canvas. Sabin again with a nice counter again. Over at home territory for Angus Hayes. Oh my good Lord! A DDT on the outside delivered. Look at this impact, folks. High voltage. Now, are you kidding me? A second one. This one delivered to Ferguson. Terry Sabin eliminating both members of the Anarchists. Marshall Foskett, thank you for sharing. Sabin now inside. What a phenomenal comeback. Sabin now off the top rope. Beautiful frog splash delivered. High voltage with a cover again. That's it. What a phenomenal back and forth match between those two teams, but High Voltage pulling off the victory in phenomenal fashion. Cornelius, thank you for sharing. What a back and forth match between those two teams. Ladies and gentlemen, that was outstanding. That was outstanding. But High Voltage will walk away with the victory tonight on Ground Zero. Sabin and Miles fighting like their lives depended on. When you got Crom Ferguson across the ring, folks, that might be a true statement. But High Voltage walking away with the victory tonight. Those two young men continue to climb the ladder of the tag team division. What a phenomenal victory for High Voltage tonight, folks. And again, the Anarchists looked like they had everything roped up. And then out of nowhere, High Voltage turning things around 180 and pulling off the victory tonight at XFW Ground Zero. Again, folks, later on tonight, as I said, the #1 contender, Ramon Cruz, will be in action in our main event, folks. And this is not just an ordinary match for Ramon Cruz. He is going one-on-one with his former stablemate, Lord Biff Wellington. Now, folks, this could be a big match for Cruz, as Cruz, again, is already the #1 contender with a pinfall victory over the Destroyer this past Saturday night on XFW Showdown. Now Cruz looking to put more spotlight on himself as challenge his former partner, Biff Wellington, to one-on-one match. Now Wellington himself has been on a roll as of late with victory after victory after victory, as both former members of the Alliance look to stabilize themselves as singles competitors after Brian Blaze dismantled the crew after the Destroyer walked through all of them after he came back from his injury. Now Cruz, again, #1 contender for the XFW World Heavyweight Championship, has not let anyone forget he pinned the Destroyer last week. He has been on social media. He has been parading around the locker room. Anyone that'll listen, he's been bragging about. So these two now will be in one-on-one competition tonight in our main event, Wellington versus Cruz. Now Wellington, if he can get a pinfall victory over the #1 contender and his former teammate, that could propel Biff Wellington to the top of the charts here in the World Heavyweight Division. But right now, we're going to go down to ringside as Big Walter Fenwick goes one-on-one with former tag team champion Barton Fisher next on XFW Ground Zero. And here comes Big Walter Fenwick.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from West Memphis, Arkansas, weighing in at 477 pounds, Walter Fenwick.
Walter Fenwick, the pig farmer from Arkansas, making his way out to the ring. Had a phenomenal one-on-one match last week with Hiro Katsuyori. Katsuyori did walk away with that victory, but Fenwick again showed his stamina, his endurance, his willpower to battle here in XFW. The big man knows how to throw his weight around. But tonight he goes on someone with a lot more experience inside the ring, a former XFW Tag Team Champion, Barton Fisher.
And his opponent, representing the Entourage from Newark, New Jersey, weighing in at 236 pounds, Barton Fisher.
Barton Fisher, one half of the Entourage. Surprising again, folks, no Morgan Steiner. We have not seen Steiner since XFW Matt Mania, where his entire team was defeated by Bad Boy Marshall Sweet and Evolution. Showtime Shane Black, Big Time Jim Slater, and John Mad Dog Rogers. All right, folks, here we go. Big Walter Fenwick. You see Fisher still suffering a bit of an injury after the match with Evolution and Bad Boy Marshall Sweet at Matt Mania. Probably not a wise to go one-on-one with Big Walter Fenwick. as Fenwick now continuing the offense, landing a shot, that body tackle, and Fisher now collapsing the mat. Ryan Fina, thank you for liking the stream. Welcome. Fisher now with the turnaround. Nice jawbreaker on Walter and a drop toe hold. Fisher much more in-ring experience than Fenwick. Now working on the big man's legs, ripping back on the knee. Barton Fisher attacking now the limbs of Fenwick, but Fenwick fighting back. Look at the shot. Fenwick now shoving him back down to the canvas. Big Fenwick got him up into a backbreaker. You see Fisher writhing in pain, holding onto his back. Again, suffered a massive injury at the hands of Evolution and Sweet at XFW Mat Mania. They said it was mild, but sometimes, folks, you got to let that stuff rest before you get back in the ring, especially with someone like Walter Fenwick, who uses all that weight, again, coming crashing in on Barton Fisher. Fisher getting the shoulder up. This match more of an exhibition. No divisional spots on the line. Fisher might be wise to just let it go, walk away, as Fenwick continues the onslaught now. And again, you see Barton Fisher writhing in pain, using the ropes now. He's not had a whole lot of offense since this match opened, and now Fenwick sends him up and over the top rope, crashing to the outside. Look at this lariat, folks. Look at this lariat. Fenwick putting all that weight, boom, right over the top rope goes Barton Fisher. Fisher now getting back to his feet. Fenwick charging in, but Barton over the top. And now close on it again. Fenwick shrugging it right off. Repeated shots now by Fisher. Fenwick absorbing all the blows. Fisher's got him down now, stomping away. Dragging the big man to the center of the ring. Forearm placed right between the eyes. Those kind of shots, folks, can cause your eyes to swell up and tear, making it hard to see where your opponent is. That little bit, those small maneuvers, can sometimes have big impact inside the ring. Fenwick's got him up. Oh, no. Fenwick hits the tombstone. Big Walter Fenwick with a tombstone pile driver. But again, Fisher gets the shoulder up. You gotta wonder, folks, is it worth it? Sometimes bragging rights goes too far. Fenwick's got him up now by the shoulders and tossed him down the canvas again. Walter just being Walter, using that large frame to win his matches. Showing last week he went toe-to-toe with one of XFW's biggest stars right now, Hiro Katsuyori, as the two battled, and Fenwick dominated a good portion of that match. But Katsuyori able to land those brutal lariats and the cradle suplex. But Fenwick, the two shook hands after that. Fisher now fighting back. Shot to the midsection. And a snapmare again, taking the big man off his feet. Fenwick fires back again, a shot to the ribs, and you see how quickly it shuts Barton Fisher down. Double underhook again takes him over. Fisher in a world of trouble. Fisher in hurt. Walter now. Oh! That elbow drop right across those ribs. That's it. That is it. That is it. Fenwick, all that weight square across those ribs. Focusing on that torso. What impact there by... There's the tombstone for Walter. Watching a lot of Undertaker tapes, I assume. But that elbow drop, all that weight on the midsection and torso of Fisher, he could not recover. There it is again, you see, and Walter just laying there casually, walking away with the victory tonight on Ground Zero.
Here is your winner, Walter Fenwick.
The good old boy from Arkansas pulls off the victory tonight on Ground Zero. Walter Fenwick with another victory under his belt, folks. I'm sure Mama Fenwick is very happy at home watching her little man get his hand raised in victory here in XFW. Now, we know Mrs. Fenwick isn't a big fan of Walter being competitive in the ring, seeing her little baby boy Giant baby boy. I mean, the man is like 6'4", nearly 500 pounds. But Walter seemed to have a good time here in XFW. He enjoys the competition. And quite frankly, folks, he's doing damn well here in XFW. It's nice to see. And again, folks, our main event of the evening. Ramon Cruz, the beautiful one, going one-on-one with Lord Biff Wellington. Now, these two, again, used to be in a stable together with Brian Blaze, known as the Alliance, when Brian Blaze was the XFW World Heavyweight Champion, forming this group to pretty much give himself a defensive barrier against anyone that was coming after Blaze. More so, the Destroyer. As the Destroyer was put on the shelf by Brian Blaze with a severe concussion, the Destroyer out for nearly 5 months in XFW. And upon his returning, decimated all three members of the Alliance, attacking them on backstage, in the ring, one-on-one matches with them, including a match against Ramon Cruz and Biff Wellington in a handicap match, and the Destroyer still walking away with the victory. It just goes to show you, folks, when the Destroyer is motivated, people are in trouble. But now folks backstage are wondering if the Destroyer again is working himself too hard. Match after match after match, trying to prove that he still has what it takes. No one doubts the Destroyer's in-ring ability or his dominance in professional wrestling. But now that he's got the championship title around his waist again, he seems even more determined to continue that rugged work schedule and wrestle week after week. Well, up next, folks, we got more one-on-one competition as Terry Sexton goes head-to-head with Brody Daniels. Now, Daniels himself has had a number of matches lately and been targeting Bad Boy Marshall Sweet for the XFW Internet Championship. Now, Daniels has a pinfall victory over Bad Boy Marshall Sweet in the past. The two had a match had a match last week, and it did not end well. Brody Daniels getting disqualified at the hands of the referee after pulling out brass knuckles and laying in on Sweet with those brass knuckles. Sweet himself has demanded a rematch. Brody Daniels says he'll only do it again if the championship's on the line. So we're waiting to see what happens if the championship committee will grant this match. But right now, he goes one-on-one with Terry Sexton next. XFW Ground Zero. Jesse Lee Simmons, thank you for liking the stream. Welcome to XFW Ground Zero. And again, folks, thank you all for the likes and the shares that we got tonight. And again, whether you're on YouTube, you're on Facebook, or you're on Twitch, thank you for showing us support here at XFW Blood Sword 6 Stream.
Making his way to the ring from Jersey City, New Jersey, weighing in at 220 pounds.
Jesse Lee Simmons, thank you for sharing as well. And the White Dragons, thank you. As Brody Daniels makes his way into the ring. This man seems hell-bent on attacking Bad Boy Marshall Sweet. Marshall, thank you for sharing. Brody Daniels with a pinfall victory over Sweet the week before he captured the XFW Internet Championship. Daniels saying he deserved a shot because he's beaten Sweet. But Sweet has beaten Daniels on a number of occasions himself. But again, folks, we just know that Brody Daniels is all about self-promotion here. And tonight he goes one-on-one with the man formerly from Thunder from Down Under.
And his opponent representing the Rough Riders.
That is a terrible name, folks. I'm sure there's an underlining innuendo there.
Terry
Sexton walking out with his, is it safe to say dance partner? Kitty Lane. Both of these folks, former exotic dancers. Kitty Lane still owns a club out in Las Vegas. The first official mixed tag team in XFW, the Rough Riders, Kitty Lane and Terry Sexton. Kitty Lane has caused a lot of controversy since coming here in XFW and is very much shaking up the women's division. Corey Foster has been on an outrage ever since she says the spotlight has been taken off her and put onto Miss Kitty Lane. Quite frankly, I do like watching Kitty Lane perform, I won't lie. Terry Sexton himself continues to climb the ladder, hoping to get an opportunity to face Sean 2.0 into the XFW United States Championship. Here we go, folks. The bell has rung. And Sexton starting things off, catching a boot by Daniels into a corkscrew dragon leg whip, and now working over with a kick to the shot to the head. Sexton has had near misses with the XFW United States Championship. A number of opportunities stolen by him. Run-ins with the Cosa Nostra. Right now, look at Sexton up on Sexton with innovative offense there, dumping Brody Daniels in an odd suplex, but Daniels firing back with a shot to the midsection. And a forearm now by Brody Daniels. Into a Russian leg sweep. You see Kitty Lane on the outside now, worried about her partner. Shot again to the head by Daniels. Daniels continuing to work now with the right hands. Sexton with a turnaround, reverse the Irish whip. Into the corner we go. Stomps now by Sexton, putting the boots into Brody Daniels. Up and down, alley-oop, dropping Daniels on the back of his head. What a clothesline, well placed by Brody Daniels. Brody Daniels first came onto the scene here in XFW, and a lot of folks thought he'd be a flash in the pan, did not think he had any staying power. Folks made fun of him for coming out, claiming to be a fashion model with his stupid selfie stick. Got ridiculed by the fans and the locker room as a whole, and then changed his entire attitude, his in-ring offense, and quite frankly, folks, the man has been explosive since then. Beautiful DDT now by Brody Daniels, just as I talk about it, pull off that fantastic attack, and now we got a cover. Kick out again by Terry Sexton. Sexton himself known for his odd offense and controversial taunts and dance maneuvers inside the ring. Most known for that brutal cross kick that he puts people in the corner, kicking the turnbuckle into their lower extremities, using a bit on their Sexton now, a little bit of the dance moves, taunting the audience as Daniels is trying to recover on the outside. But Terry Sexton finding a loophole in the rules by not considered a low blow, since he kicks the turnbuckle and actually not the balls of his opponent. Since it's the turnbuckle, effectively, it's not against the rules. Brody Daniels again with a nice turnaround. Drop toe hold, kick in the midsection now. Daniels got him up, drops him down the brainbuster on the knee. A brutal attack by Daniels. We've got a cover, but Sexton gets the shoulder up. Mystic Games over on Twitch, thank you for tuning in. Welcome to XFW Ground Zero. Kick countered by Terry Sexton. Daniels again with it up and over. Ooh, and a shot, but Daniels fires back with a phenomenal enziguri, taking him off the apron. Martial Gills, I'm sorry if I got your name wrong, I apologize, but thank you for becoming a fan. Thank you for tuning into Ground Zero here, a Blood Source 6 streaming at XFW. Daniels now back inside, going again to the high rent district, way on the top of that top turnbuckle. Daniels comes off the top with an elbow firmly placed across the chest of Sexton. We've got to cover again, but Sexton gets the shoulder up and in. Mystic Games, we have been well. We hope things are well on your end. Thank you for tuning in again. Brody Daniels continuing to counter a number of times, but Sexton firing right back. Not wanting to give Brody Daniels much way. Super kick countered again, and a backbreaker now from Terry Sexton. Sexton down with a wind-up, Irish whip. Up, and oh, what a right hand delivered by Terry Sexton. Holy hell, that was brutal, folks. But Daniels again gets the shoulder up. Sexton now looks a little bit frustrated, what he's got to do to keep Brody Daniels down. Daniels starting to stir, getting back to his feet. Sexton again with the gyrations, getting the crowd behind him. Irish whip now into the corner again. Brody Daniels now with a counter. Oh, two knees lifted in the face by Sexton. And a phenomenal drop kick from the second turnbuckle. And a forearm to follow through. Brody Daniels now in a world of trouble. Sexton building momentum, dropping him on the back of his head. Sexton now in firm control. Daniels with a nice counter again. Sexton again following through. Every time Daniels has gotten through, oh, again a kick to the face. But again, Sexton's got him up. Sexton, relentless in his attacks. Stomp again in the midsection. Now working the shoulder of Brody Daniels. This has turned into a knockdown, drag-out match, folks, between the two. Sexton now looking out the audience, putting together his next move. Stomp now. Counter again. Daniels now with scoops now. Daniels dropping to one knee, can't capitalize, is absolutely exhausted. Sexton now in trouble. Daniels picks him up, but again, Sexton instantly with the Irish whip. Big time power slam now. And a kick to the face. A kick to the face by Brody Daniels out of nowhere. Lights up. Sexton, kick to the midsection. And the Shining Wizard in the back of the head to Sexton. We've got a cover. Daniels pulls off the victory. What a phenomenal back and forth match between those two. But Brody Daniels, victory. Here's the brainbuster, folks, on top of the knee. That kind of impact can really wreak havoc on your vertebrae. It definitely change your offense in the ring and slow you down. A hellacious move by Brody Daniels. But there, folks, that push up in the air, the launch, and then the forearm almost ended the match right there for Daniels. But managed to get the shoulder up. And then the Shining Wizard kick right to the back of the head. And down goes Terry Sexton. Brody Daniels continues his winning ways here in XFW. Wow. What a win for Brody Daniels, and what a phenomenal back and forth match, folks. And again, that was outstanding. Brody Daniels showing the drive he's got to continue to battle here in XFW. Terry Sexton again putting it all on the line, fighting week in and week out, even with his partner on the outside cheering him on. Brody Daniels just wanted it that much more tonight, folks. Outstanding in-ring offense and performance by both those competitors as XFW Ground Zero continues. And again, tonight, folks, our main event, beautiful Ramon Cruz going one-on-one with his former stablemate, Biff Wellington. Now, even on that side, folks, we've had some fans. Ray Josh 27 has become a fan on Twitch. Thank you for that. Thank you for joining us here at Bloodsword 6 Streaming and XFW Professional Wrestling. XFW is broadcast 4 nights a week here at Bloodsword 6 on Facebook and as XFW Extreme Fantasy Wrestling. We hope you guys will tune in more often and check us out. You can also find us on YouTube as Bloodsword 6. We encourage you to subscribe to us on our YouTube channel as well. And you can find XFW on Facebook. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the new fans. Sweating here under the hot lights in the studio, folks. But thank you all for joining us. Now, as I was saying, our main event closing in, but first, women's tag team division takes center stage. Now, we crowned our first ever XFW women's tag team champions at Mat Mania. Vicious and Delicious defeating the Syndicate to be the first ever champions here in our women's division. But tonight, the Syndicate goes one-on-one with the Queens of New Jersey. A new team here at XFW has been starting to dominate tag team division as both these teams with brutal offense and very, very different ways of offense and attacking their opponents. Tonight they collide as the women's division has started over. It is back to square one, so all these teams now need to work their way up to get an opportunity to face the women's champions here in XFW. So folks, we're getting ready to head down to ringside as women's tag team wrestling continues here on XFW Ground Zero. And here comes the Syndicate.
On the way to the ring, the Syndicate.
Cornelius Hubbard saying it's puppy time to this Jerry the King Lawler voice. I may have to get a little Jerry Lawler notification going with puppies. I'm going to work on that. You guys see anytime the women come out, we're going to get a Jerry Lawler gift going on here. Maybe we'll have some surprise returns of Stacy Keibler down the road as well. The Syndicate in the ring had a hellacious match. At XFW Mat Mania with the new women's champions. And here come the Queens of New Jersey.
And their opponents, the Queens.
Rick, thank you over on Twitch for saying great show. Thank you so much. Rick sporting some of our new badges over on the Twitch platform. As the Queens of New Jersey make their way into the ring. The Queens of New Jersey. These two young ladies, Dirty Diana, she likes to call herself, folks. Dirty Diana. However, she's not going to start this match. Paige Richardson going to start in. Paige Richardson and Dirty Diane Albright, folks. And here we go. Akira Shang starting things off, and Akira Shang coming out with a clothesline, getting this match underway. Shang and Tanaka getting in XFW through their connections in politics. Their uncle, who I understand, is in the Japanese consulate, and somehow garnered to get these two into the women's division. And they almost became the first ever XFW Women's Tag Team Champions. Here comes Dirty Diane Albright. But Shang with a clothesline, but Albright shrugging it off. Albright with that massive frame and power, and now got Shang up on her shoulder and dumps her square onto her back. Diane Albright, so powerful, possibly could rival Tia Adams in the power division as far as the women go. Back in the turnbuckle now. Kick to the face by Dirty Diane. And a running bulldog. Shang now in trouble. The Queens of New Jersey starting to ramp things up here. All these teams now vying to climb up the ladder in the women's division, get an opportunity for Tag Team Gold to take on Vicious and Delicious for the XFW Women's Tag Team Championship. Akira Shang with a counter with a chin buster. Hard impact into the turnbuckle by Akira Shang. Tagging comes Yuri Tanaka. Both these young ladies very, very deadly inside the ring. Ooh, look at that again, the offense. And she continued. What a kick across the face. That was insane. Look at this attack, folks. Climbing Diane Albright like she's a tree. And then a brutal kick to the face. Yuri Tanaka, outstanding martial arts abilities. Wow. Albright forcing off the snapmare and now landing a shot. Albright now going back to the power wrestling she's known for. Oh, what a power slam by Albright, cutting off all the momentum Yuri Tanaka just put in. Albright now possibly going for a pile driver. Turns it into a power bomb, blasting Tanaka down on the canvas. Tag back in comes Paige Richardson. Paige, the quicker of the two, going to work now on Tanaka. Spinebuster now by Richardson. Tanaka now in trouble. Trying to get back to a corner but cut off by Richardson. Paige now continuing the offense. DDT planting Yuri down to the canvas. We've got a cover. Kick out by Tanaka. Yuri needs to make that tag. Paige Richardson's just trying to keep it going. Keep that momentum swinging. Kick to the midsection now by Yuri. What a tornado DDT by Yuri Tanaka. Holy hell. Folks, look at the kick in the midsection and then the counter here by Tanaka. Look at this momentum and boom, down to the DDT. Both these teams looking for the victory tonight. Richardson now, abdominal stretch. Look at this. You don't see this that often anymore, folks. Classic wrestling style move, but Yuri Tanaka fighting right out of it instantly. Wow, up into a head scissors. Nice turnaround again by Yuri Tanaka, showing that outstanding athleticism and in-ring prowess. Richardson again with the shot into an electric chair drop. Richardson and Albright, just a dirty, gritty style of wrestling, folks. But right now starting to dominate the Syndicate. Both members down in the ring. Double super kick connects to Paige Richardson. Shang now back in. Richardson again with a counter. Picks her up. Shang over the top. Shang sets her up, dumps her on the back of her head. Shang now putting together some offense. Repeated now kicks. And a strong kick right to the side of the head. What a roundhouse by Shang. Shang now on the top rope. Drop kick counter by Richardson. She saw it coming. But Shang right back in with 2 kicks. Irish whip. And now Shang with a DDT. The Syndicate now coming springing back to life now. Brainbuster delivered by Akira Shang. Richardson trying to roll underneath the ring. Shang won't let her. Up and over the top. Shang holds on. What a shot to the face there. Oh, drop kick again countered. Paige Richardson fighting for everything she's got. Counter after counter. Both of these teams vying for control tonight. Shang again gets the shoulder up. Rick over on Twitch saying both great teams. Both these teams looking to fight it out. And Paige dumps her down hard to the canvas. And Shang rolls instantly under the ropes to avoid any more offense. Tag in comes Dirty Diane Albright. Albright outside. Shang countering through underneath the ropes. Goes back in a clothesline using the ring as advantage, as a tactical advantage. I would say Shang and... Yo, my good Lord. What an enziguri that was. Shang and Tanaka easily have more in-ring experience than Albright and Richardson. But the Queens of New York, or New Jersey, I'm sorry, just have more determination, more grit, more... Oh, what a roundhouse kick that was. And she's not done. Holy hell. What a moonsault delivered by Shang. But Albright again gets the shoulder up. That was outstanding. A hook kick. Grabbing on. Big right hand again by Shang. Into the turnbuckle. I'm still in awe over that fantastic offense that she pulled out. Elbow to the face. Kick the midsection. Dirty Diane now fighting back. Got her up. Again, the powerbomb delivered by Albright. Diving tag into Yuri Tanaka. Tanaka comes in. A Paige. Tag into Paige. 2 fresh competitors, and here we go. Right hand now by Paige. Quick jabs, light it up. Little bit of shuffle, and a big right hand by Richardson. Taking Yuri Tanaka down. Tanaka gets a shoulder up. Outstanding back and forth action from these 2 teams. Ooh, single leg drop kick. Akira Shang still on the outside, unable to get back to her feet. Her partner Yuri Tanaka all by herself. Tanaka with a brutal backbreaker delivered on Paige. What an offense that was. Paige now jacking the jaw. And a clothesline now by Richardson. Tag again, in comes Dirty Diane Albright. Yuri Tanaka by herself. Akira Shang still not in her corner. Tanaka again now with the kicks, trying to take out the base of Albright. Albright with a heavy right hand, though, shuts off the offense. Irish whip. Tanaka now again fighting back. Irish whip back into home territory. Turn around again. Oh, what a shot! Oh! Dirty Diane now taking on both members of the Syndicate and dominating. Yuri Tanaka in the ring. Akira Shang sent reeling. Albright now back in control, stalking over Yuri Tanaka. Got her up! Brutal impact to the back. We've got a cover. Shang now in to break up the count. What is this, Shang? Vertical suplex takes her down. Albright now in trouble. Yuri Tanaka still not moving after that Samoan drop. Tagging goes Paige. Yuri still not moving. Yuri Tanaka might be hurt, folks. Yuri Tanaka might be hurt. Paige now in. Richardson now picking her up. Enziguri to the head. Yuri Tanaka might be unconscious. Yuri Tanaka might be out. Counter by Tanaka. Oh, what a chop. Oh my God. Explosive offense. We've got to cover. Holy hell. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? And they get it. Unbelievable. Where did that come from? Yuri Tanaka exploding with chops, a sweep kick, and a senton bomb out of nowhere. And there's that brutal right hand by Paige. I thought Yuri Tanaka was out of it. And look at this, the sweep kick. And then boom, just like that, lightning fast. Wow. Argyle, thank you for liking the stream. Welcome to XFW. That was crazy, folks. Wow. That was insane. Yuri Tanaka out of nowhere. Just blinding speed with that combination and that brutal senton bomb lighting up Paige Richardson and getting the pinfall victory. Paige was dominating her, folks. She was brutalizing her, and that was fantastic. Rick on Twitch is very nice win and great match from two great teams. Those teams are outstanding, folks. Again, the Syndicate coming in at the last minute, getting themselves in the XFW Women's Tag Team Tournament and getting all the way to the top of that division, only to be upset at XFW Matt Manny by the current and first Women's Tag Team Champions here, Vicious and Delicious, Sarah Wills and Alex North. But the Syndicate hot on their heels looking for another opportunity to challenge the women's champions for those championship belts around their waist. Well, up next, folks, is our main event of the evening. Beautiful Ramon Cruz goes one-on-one with his former